We didn't even get to the good part.
I think you felt like you were ready to start going into the roundabout one, but I was doing one more. Welcome back.
What's up, guys? Happy Gravy Day. Happy Gravy Day. Thanks for hopping on the gravy train again.
I had some gravy today.
You did? What kind of gravy did you have?
Southern fucking gravy, man. Bacon
No,
infused white
you're supposed to
gravy.
say I had passed the gravy.
No.
That's my favorite kind
I
of
mean, I
gravy.
didn't have much. I just spilled some on my finger, so I licked it off.
Do you think maybe we could like we gotta get a gravy company to like endorse us? I feel like that's like hey, we literally
Who
have
just like specifically makes gravy though?
I don't know. But like we could get like
Cisco Foods or McCormick.
just like
You guys
Cisco
have
gravy. Like,
packages?
yeah, guys, hey, if you know anybody in the food industry, tag them at Pass the Gravy Pod. Be like, yo, you should sponsor these guys. So
Who makes the best chicken fried steak in Houston?
just honestly, who's gonna give us if you're gonna give us money, we'll talk for anything. So
Yeah.
slide into those DMs at Pass the Gravy Pod.
We are horse.
We will speak for anyone. We'll speak for anyone, but we if we don't like it, then we'll stop.
Well, I mean, not everyone.
We don't speak for Nazis.
Yeah.
They
Like
came
if
to
Westboro
Pat
Baptist Church tried to pay us to sponsor them, we'd be like, no.
and pass. Why don't we get into to the first segment then? Let's talk about where we've been since we were on the podcast last.
Hey, you, where you been? 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 Where you been at? Where you been? Where you been? Where you gone? Where you gone? Since you been out? Where you been? Where you been? Where you been?
Pat, where have you been, buddy?
Pretty basic weekend for me. A lot of live feeds.
I didn't get to watch too much live feeds this weekend.
Yeah.
I feel like
You were busy.
I was telling Robert that
People like you around.
well, this week, like even like Emma's been out of town, so like all week I'll like turn the live feeds on and I'll watch for like an hour, 2 hours, and just nothing happens. And then I'll turn it off and go watch something else. And I see on Twitter, it's like, oh my God, can you believe what just happened? It's like, no, what? God damn it, guys, do it when I'm watching. Do it when I'm watching. Don't you guys know?
I mean, most of the time I'm just sitting there. I'm like, oh, fucking Christie's on screen.
Well, they just show people like reading the Bible right now because like they can only take the Bible or like religious text in there, I guess. And so everybody's just kind of taking turns reading the Bible now by themselves because that's just giving them something to do. And it's like when there's 4 cameras on somebody just reading the Bible, I'm like, I don't care.
That's the worst is when they have all
It's-
4 cameras
it's just
on
nothing.
one person. Like, dude, when it's all 4 cameras on somebody and they're doing nothing, you're like, dude, somebody else in the house is also doing nothing. Give me an option.
And it's weird when they like show like the person in the shower, and it's because like you don't see anything.
Yeah.
But it's just like I don't want to watch Nicole shower. That's weird.
Yeah.
I feel creepy.
So, yeah, live feeds, a lot of video games, and then I had my first fantasy draft on Sunday. But it like...
Who'd you take? Who'd you take with your first pick?
I'm not doing it. I'm not buying
You're not?
Christian McCaffrey, I'm so
Nobody
excited. I
Nobody
fucking love him.
cares.
I
Nobody
love him.
fucking
I'm so
cares about
excited.
your fantasy
I
team.
finally got Christian
Nobody gives a
McCaffrey.
shit about your fantasy team.
So where have you been, Alex?
Well, I had Andrew Packard's wedding. Our buddy Andrew Packard, owner of Packard's Pub. Great guy. He got married to his beautiful wife, Carly, this weekend. I got to be a groomsman in it. So shout out to me for being a good friend, I guess. Or Packard for just not having somebody else that could fill in. I don't know. But
Shout out to Packard for not having better options.
yeah, shout out to Packard for sticking with me this long, I guess. But that was a lot of fun. And it was like I got to see a bunch of my high school friends that I had. We don't see like my buddy Curtis, Godfather Pass the Gravy, lives in Austin. My friend Ty lives in that place that begins with a D that we don't want to say right now. But that city that killed a president once. You guys know what I'm talking about. But I don't get to see them as often as I'd like to. And we used to drink a lot when we would hang out. And we don't drink quite as much. I mean, I drink, but like we all drink, but just not.
You drink like adults, not kids.
Yeah.
I mean, as adults, you can have a beer
Although
whenever
I
you
do
want.
drink a lot on Wednesdays with you, so I guess
That's a lot
I'm
for
a bit
you.
of a hip. Well, it's like I don't think it's normal.
It's not like when you're a kid. Oh, it's the weekend. We can get our hands on beer. Let's.
I don't
crush
think most
a 30
people
pack
crush
between
like
the two
7
of us.
beers on Wednesdays.
That's true. Well, you don't either.
I crush about 6 by the end of it.
Maybe by the time you've done editing.
Because I've done Big Brother too, and then when I watch Big Brother and I'm
There you
drinking
go,
Southern
yeah.
Star because they are the presenting sponsor of Pass the Gravy Bro. People forget that.
There you go.
People forget that. But Packard's wedding was so much fun though, and like there's parts that I may or may not remember because we drank a lot. But I got to see all the guys that I used to hang out with, and just like we partied hard. That Friday night we chilled there, and then we went over to Truck Yard and got more drunk, and that was a lot of fun. But we were pretty responsible, I would say, about how much we were drinking. And then Went and got some late night pizza, went back to the hotel. I got a not cool for you about the hotel, though. It's nobody's fault but my own, really. But it's a pretty good not cool, I think, that you guys are going to get a nice little
just
chuckle
blame it
out
on
of.
yourself.
Yeah, I'll take the blame for this one. I should have been better about what I was doing. But we went and hung out there, and then Saturday morning we woke up, and I woke up early because I have a weird schedule. My body clock just doesn't care about what time it is, and it's like, hey, Alex, it's 7 o'clock. I know, like I'm used to rolling on like 3, maybe 4 hours of sleep a day, and I got like a good 6 hours of sleep, and woke up at like 7. I got about 5. I got about 5. But so my body's like, whoa, we're well rested. This is crazy. And so like 7 a.m., I'm just wide awake, sitting like laying in bed, like, all right, I'm gonna get up, I'm gonna go shower, and I'll watch some soccer. West Ham's playing later. I'll watch soccer. And it was just like we were in like the sunshades were still up. So like it was just pitch black in the room, and when one of my buddies woke up, it was like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And I was just sitting with like headphones.
You didn't even go to the lobby? Oh,
well,
okay, so there was no noise. He just
I had the headphones in, and
I was
then
like, "You're a dick."
I had the headphones in, and was just sitting there watching my phone at this desk, and they're like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "I'm watching soccer. I don't want to bother anybody." He's like, "Why are you up?"
You don't want to bother anyone, but if we scored, you would have been the first one.
No,
to go,
no, I wouldn't have been. I would have been.
Shit,
and
sorry.
West Ham didn't play until 9, so they were probably going to be up by then, anyways.
Oh, okay.
I was watching Chelsea and Norwich, I believe. I don't know. Nobody cares. But then we went and at like later on in that morning, we went to Minute Maid Park and got like a private tour, which was pretty tight.
Yeah, I saw the little Bregman stair you guys put together. That was dope as shit.
That was Packard's idea. The look back. That was cool, and we got to go sit in the dugout. But again, like you were in a class with me where we went on a field trip, right? Well, I went on a field trip to Toyota Center and Minute Maid.
Back then, I believe it was Enron.
Yeah, it was still Minute Maid then.
It was?
Yeah, it was Enron for like a half a minute, dude. It was like that thing opened up and was Enron for like a season and a half, wasn't it?
Was that junior high?
No, it was senior year of high school, and sports marketing was the class.
No, but I'm saying, was it only Minute Maid in junior? When did it open?
Robert, do some research on that one. I don't know. But we went and got to do the tour of Minute Maid. That was cool. But I had been before, and they wouldn't let us walk on the grass. And this time they were still just like, don't fucking touch the grass. Do not touch the grass. You can stay warning track. And that whole, is it all warning track around? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know if it was just warning track in the outfield.
Big sports guy.
It was Enron Field from 2000 2002.
So
just 2 years. Just 2 years.
So junior high.
I said year and a half. That was close.
Actually, elementary school to junior high.
I didn't even live here then.
Oh.
I moved here like into 2002. So.
God damn, that was 20 years ago.
I know, right? How nuts is that?
We're old.
But we did the Minute Maid tour. It was really cool. Packard's friend Clay has he's a big Astros fan. He lives in Florida, and he was like he has all these Astros jerseys. So the whole bit was like we're just gonna all wear Astros jerseys while we're on the tour, and so we were all taking pictures in jerseys like that. And he was like, well, I'll give you the American League Alex Bregman All-Star jersey just because you're a Yankees fan, you fuck. And I was like, all right, whatever, that's cool. And so we all had jerseys on. It was cool. Got to take a little picture of that, and the tour was neat. I didn't realize that they turned that whole train station into a fan shop now. Union Station is just like all Astros fan shop, and you can just go shopping at any point in time. Like it was Saturday at 10 a.m. and there were people just shopping. I thought it was just for the games, but okay, that's cool.
Yeah, I didn't know the stadium opened when the game wasn't going on.
You can reserve stuff, I guess. I know you can get married there. I know people have, but that was cool. It was a lot of fun to like get to go walk around there, and it's like when a stadium like that big is empty, it's cool to just be like, oh look, it's just us.
Yeah.
It's just us. This is so neat. And then we got to walk around downtown Houston, got lunch, hung out there, then went over to the wedding, and then the wedding was awesome. It was an awesome wedding. The reception was awesome. I was cutting some rug, I'll tell you that. I was crushing that dance floor. The dance floor was wanting no part of me because I showed it who was boss. And then we were dancing so much we went to a club afterwards, and then we did the Jersey Shore fist pumping at a couple of times. I was really drunk. I was really drunk, and I was so drunk to the point where like I had a white undershirt that was just soaked by the end of it, and I was like, cool.
Did you do the power knee slide?
I didn't do the power knee slide.
You gotta do the power knee slide.
But somebody did wipe out because that was a really slippery floor, and they like ate shit, which is
someone probably spilled a drink and didn't clean it up.
I think that's probably exactly what
I
happened.
spilled a drink on the dance floor last wedding I was at, but you know what I did? Immediately cleaned it up because I'm not.
Well, they didn't do it at the wedding reception. It was at the bar/club that we went to afterwards.
Ah.
And I actually have another not cool. I didn't go with that. I'll add that too. So that was a pretty awesome night. And then Sunday, I really had to recover. I was pretty hungover. Sunday morning, and just I've been missing hanging out with my pals ever since then. It's like it sucks after one of those weekends is over. Like, I had so much fun. I want to go back. I don't want it to be over. And it was a lot of fun. So shout out to Andrew Packard.
Back to real life.
Having an awesome wedding. And
congratulations, buddy.
Yeah, buddy.
We love
Proud of you, man. Proud of you. And he's
I'm
like the
gonna give
first
you
one of our
a
group
kiss
to
on the
like.
cheek next time I see you.
Yeah, and then just kind of that's what I've been doing. I've been trying to watch the feeds.
Was
this
Emma
week.
just elbowing you during the ceremony the whole time? Like, hey.
Well, I was the groomsman, so I was up and on the
Okay,
stage.
well, she's just shooting you daggers.
But I did keep wanting to do the Michael Scott for the first time as a married couple, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. and Mrs. Andrew Packard.
No, what you should have done is the Jim
it.
Halpert, where at some point during the ceremony you just drop down on a knee and be like, and then you just ask Emma a random question.
I don't know about that.
The fake proposal.
I feel like that would get bad reviews. Oh, but it was they were at the reception was at a place and the wedding was at a place called the Astorian downtown. Mm-hmm. And it was like an old warehouse that they had just made look badass, or it looked like an old warehouse, and you could see like downtown Houston from it. You could see like the skyline and everything, but the bathrooms were like they were separate men's and women's rooms, obviously, but the sinks like they would like kind of face into. They made it like a V, so you'd put the soap in your hands, and then it was it was like raining almost. Ooh. And you would put your hands under that, but like you could touch the women's bathroom with your hands, so like you could see other people put their hand over there, and I would just like. You just like high five or tap everybody's hand.
What did you say was the name of it?
The Astorian?
Or Astoria?
Astoria, maybe?
I think we did a catering for them one time, and we had to rent a U-Haul to carry all the catering stuff. There's an awning out front, right?
There is an awning, yeah.
So it's got light bulbs on it, but the U-Haul was just tall enough to when they pulled underneath, it took out all the light bulbs.
Ooh. Ooh. It was a cool spot,
wasn't there.
though.
I just
It's
heard
a
of
really
it.
cool spot, though. So shout out to Andrew Packard. That's where I've been.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into comeback kid of the week, and we got some pretty good ones. Some of them are repetitive comeback kids, but let's go. Let's get into it.
It's the comeback kid. The comeback kid of the week. The comeback kid of the week. Bitch.
Ba-dum.
All right, what we got first? Andrew Luck. Now, this was at
Is he a comeback kid or is he a goodbye kid?
well, he's a comeback kid because he's in the news again, but he's technically a comeback goodbye kid because like I was at the wedding reception, we were eating at the table, and somebody was like, Andrew Luck just retired. And everybody was, no fucking way.
I was watching.
No.
I was watching TV, and my brother yells it from the bathroom, and I go, no, he didn't. I was like, because I Googled it immediately.
Right.
And nothing popped up on Google. And
I went to Twitter. You got to go to Twitter first.
Well, see, yeah, I Googled it, and I was like, no, he didn't. I'm not seeing it anywhere on Twitter, on Google. And then all of a sudden I go, let me check Twitter, and bam, 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 and I go, oh, shit, he did.
Uh-oh.
And then, like, 20 seconds later, bottom line of ESPN, because I think I was watching, it was during Miami, Florida, right?
I don't know.
Because it was Saturday. And, yeah, it started popping up on the bottom line. Andrew Luck announcer. And I was like, what the fuck?
So, yeah, I guess he's just honestly, I think that him not wanting to rehab his way back is the most millennial thing he could have done.
Fuck Doug Gottlieb.
I think he was trolling, man.
No, he wasn't.
Are you sure?
No, like...
Because I feel like...
No, and he goes...
He got a reaction.
It was a joke, blah, blah, blah. But also, like, he responded to people, like, backing up his fucking tweet.
I do that shit when I troll, though. Like,
No.
you
Doug
give...
Gottlieb's not
but
smart
you,
enough
like,
to troll.
double down. You're like, I don't know. I mean... Like, I do that all the time.
No.
I do that all the time.
But the only good thing that came out of Doug Gottlieb being an idiot is people showing old clips of people calling into his radio show and of just being, well, do you think they have a... Oh, nice. Yeah, just drop shit on the floor.
I'm mad. I'm mad at what he said.
Of people calling his show like, hey, do you think they have a chance of stealing the division? I mean, you have a lot of experience with stealing, don't you, Doug?
Because he stole credit cards.
Yeah, when he was at Notre Dame, he stole his teammate's credit card and started buying shit. Got kicked off the team and kicked out of school. Fuck you, Doug Gottlieb.
That's pretty crazy. I didn't even know that.
But yeah, I mean, Andrew Luck, he hadn't been healthy in like 4 years. He played with a torn shoulder and they let him. Which, first of all, you guys are fucking idiots.
And then he had a bad calf.
Like, oh, we wanted to have a good team that year. Well, your quarterback's got a torn shoulder or
Labrum?
torn rotator cuff or whatever the hell it was.
Yeah, I don't know.
You know you're not winning the Super Bowl with that. So why the fuck are you letting him play?
Well, I read
this is your franchise quarterback that could potentially play 20 years, and you're just like, yeah, let him play while he can't use the thing that he has to throw the ball with.
Also, we're going to give him no O-line at all. In the first 4 years of his career, he was sacked more than any other quarterback during that span, which is pretty nuts.
God, that kind of reminds me of somebody else
in that division.
That's pretty close to us right now. Hey, Bill O'Brien, maybe I'll take a fucking note. I've defended Bill O'Brien for so many years, too, and, like, I just can't anymore. Like, get some goddamn offensive linemen,
Bill
or
O'Brien
Deshaun Watson is going to be the next one.
Deshaun might die. Deshaun might die.
He might.
Yeah, Lamar Miller out for the season with a torn ACL. He suffered against the fucking Cowboys. The Cowboys are just good at taking people out, aren't they?
That's just a fucking freak.
Cowboys are really good at taking people out. We know that. That's a Dallas thing. It's a staple. It's a damn staple. You don't. I wouldn't step foot in that stadium if I were Lamar Miller. I would never. I would. Nope, not doing that in a preseason game.
Yeah, Coach, I'm going to bow out on this.
Well, it was crazy because Deshaun could not have been taken out faster, and he got sacked. I think 2 of the 3 plays he was in.
Yeah.
One of them got called back, but still, he got knocked down to 2
and
of
as
the
soon
3
as
plays.
Lamar got hurt,
And they're
he was
nope,
gone.
everybody out. Everybody, starters are out. We're not doing this. Sorry, I know this whole 3rd preseason game, we're going to give it as like a dress rehearsal. Not anymore. Nope. We just lost our running back. So Duke Johnson, thank God they traded for him, though.
Still a 3rd-round pick for him. Jesus. Well,
You have a starting running back at least.
You could, yeah.
So who else is
in our kind of offense? He's a pass-catching back, so it'll.
So right now, what
nice,
I'm just
but-
thinking of, and like this is like I have no idea if it would happen. I know Jay Ajayi was rumored to maybe be talking
Yeah.
to the Texans. I think he's a free
I've heard
agent.
some rumblings.
But then Carlos Hyde, I think, is also a tradable asset, maybe.
Well, I think he's a lot like an older Duke Johnson.
Right, and
Yeah,
then
great pass catching. I mean,
also-
I think he's better, or he was better than Duke will ever be. But at this point in his career, he's very similar to Duke. He's a pass catching back out of the
Hyde's
backfield.
pretty
so.
young.
I feel like Hyde's been in the league for like 7 years now, which is old for a running back.
Like maybe like 3 or 4, but still, like
No, Hyde's been in the league longer
I was
than
also
3 or 4 years.
I've also been thinking like the Redskins have Chris Thompson, Darius Guice, and Adrian Peterson. Like, what do you throw away for Adrian Peterson? Maybe just to get a little depth.
I mean, here's
You probably-
and my
you
brother
probably
said this
won't
too,
give-
maybe Clowney for Peterson and Trent Williams and a pick
That's a lot though to get back. I think.
for Clowney though.
Yeah, for a guy that's on his way out, anyways.
Okay, but what's their fucking owner's name? The moron.
Dan Snyder.
He's always overpaid for people. This would actually be a good trade for them. Trent Williams doesn't want to play there anymore. Clowney, it looks like he's not going to play here anymore because he just fired his agent too yesterday.
That's when you know things are really going well.
Okay, we'll trade him to you. You guys pay him. You trade Trent Williams to us. We will pay him to protect our franchise quarterback and give us an extra running back just to sweeten the deal. I'd be shocked if we even got both of them at
Yeah,
this
I don't
point
see
because
you getting
the
both.
Texans always fuck this up. But like, it should be them two and like a 5th, 6th rounder, just some
Jeez,
sort of
like,
draft pick.
if only they had like somebody that could like manage this team generally. Almost like maybe we could call him a general manager. If
Yeah.
only they had that guy.
Well, we've
oh wait,
got
they
3.
did.
We've got
They
like 5.
did have one and they fired him.
Yeah, but he also like, hey, dude, you're the general manager of this team that needs offensive linemen so badly, and we've got a shit ton of cap space. What do you do in the offseason? Well, you let somebody jump ahead of you to get arguably the best offensive tackle in the draft. You draft another guy who's kind of a project. He could be good down the line. You get another guy in the 3rd round, and you don't get any free agents or use any of the free agent space. Yeah, that's kind of like, granted, it's your first year, but like, dude, you had one job, and it's protect your quarterback, and you couldn't do it in the
Yeah.
offseason.
Not great.
Oh, but we brought in Matt Khalil, the guy who sucked for the last 5 fucking years to where he couldn't even get on a team,
Yeah, not great.
and he's going to start for us.
Well, they do have Tywan Jones as Duke Johnson's backup now, and just here's a positive for all you Texans fans out there. A couple of years ago, I was playing with the Raiders, and I did a franchise mode because I always like to rebuild teams, and I moved the Raiders to LA naturally, created the LA Riot, and my starting running back ended up being Tywan Jones because he was such a beast. So he won me a Super Bowl in Madden. So there you go. Him and Mike Glennon. Those guys were
Here's the thing, though.
guys were taking me to the promised land.
Texans
So
historically haven't
Tywan
developed
Jones probably
anybody.
gonna be great.
Historically, the Texans don't develop
Based on
anybody that's an undrafted rookie into being good.
He wasn't
Or
an undrafted
Or
rookie,
not
then.
rookie, just undrafted player. We don't develop anything. If you're a 1st or 2nd rounder, you'll probably end up good because you were going to be good anyway. 3rd round and later, the Texans don't do dick with you. They just can't develop shit.
Yeah.
Every 3rd round pick for like,
Besides
I don't know, 12 years has been bad.
Arian Foster, but he was an undrafted free agent anyway. Still.
Yeah, there was one.
Yeah. And
Most
you're
other
bound
teams
you're bound
just
to
turn
get one every
undrafted
now and
free
then.
agents into guys. Almost every year, you get one guy like, God damn, he's actually pretty good.
Victor Cruz.
It happens all over the
Yeah.
NFL, except in Houston. It just doesn't fucking
Tony
happen.
Romo. I think he was undrafted, wasn't he?
Bill O'Brien has just held on way too hard to, I'm going to run it the way Bill Belichick does. Guess what? Nobody has ever been able to run it the way Bill Belichick does.
I hate the, like...
That's why I actually think...
Because they were trying to snipe the Patriots, like, football personnel guy to be the GM.
What's probably going to happen after this year, I'm just predicting, Bill O'Brien's going to get fired. They're actually going to get that guy in, and he's going to get to pick his own head coach and do all this shit. I actually think Matt Patricia could be successful up in Detroit for the simple fact that he's not trying to run his team like Belichick. He's his own guy. Like, yeah, he comes from the Belichick tree and everything, but like Matt Patricia will actually talk to reporters. He'll joke around. He'll be fun. He'll be funny.
I don't trust a guy that goes pencil over pen. It makes me think that you make too many mistakes.
I mean, he's also doing pencil on top of laminate, which I don't know how that works.
That's another reason.
That's
like, I think
crazy.
He's a fraud.
But you know what? He's fat, so I like him. I mean, I like him as a person. I hope he fucking fails miserably.
Right, because he's in your division.
Exactly. He's in the Packers division, but...
Football,
Shit.
man. I love football. Andrew Luck, so he was a comeback kid.
We just turned Andrew Luck into 10 minutes
but like,
about the
it's
Texans.
not like I think it's funny that like everybody was so like there were people that were mad and like the outrage was not really that bad. I think, although his car did get his tires slashed, I heard.
Apparently, yeah.
And so his
My
car
brother
now,
summed it
his
up
car now
perfectly.
has to retire too.
He should have retired as a sophomore in high school when he was so bad that my brother's small white on athletic ass picked him off.
I shook his hand in high school too. He scrimmaged us.
I quit before.
I had just gotten I got bailed out of jail that morning. Fun fact. Fun little fact. I got bailed out of jail. I had like very little sleep, and I got to shake Andrew Luck's hand.
jailbirds. He's getting picked off.
That's what you should have known.
And my brother had a broken collarbone at the time. Getting picked off by people with broken collarbones and associating with criminals. We should have known he would have never amounted to
Very
anything.
good. It sounds like a Raider to me.
Yeah. So did the Redskins win the draft by selecting Robert Griffin?
The R words. I mean, he's still in the league. You got to ask. Just looking at that draft class, I saw like they were sharing it. It was like Mo Claiborne was in that. There was so many.
The Cowboys traded up like 9 picks.
There were so many guys though that were like supposed to be studs and just turned out to be nothing from it, and it was nuts.
It's so unfortunate for Luck too, because if not for all the injuries that he had that he kept, that dude was gonna be a Hall of Famer.
But remember,
he was putting up ridiculous numbers
all
all the time.
Everybody was saying, "Holy shit! How did they go from Peyton Manning to the second coming of Peyton Manning with this like in the same like? How does that happen?"
I will say this: I'm just happy he didn't wait until after next year to do it.
I'm not even kidding. I think that I think that Andrew Luck was maybe my favorite college player of all time.
If he had stuck it out this year and played, and then retired going into next year, and they tanked on purpose, they could have gone from Peyton Manning to Andrew Luck. To who knows? They still might be able to get Trevor Lawrence.
No, they won't.
I mean, he can't come out this year. He has to wait one more year. But like,
what if Jacoby just goes off? Jacoby Brissett, man.
I mean, he could be a definite middling of the road quarterback. Like I firmly believe Jacoby Brissett can be as good, if not better, than Dak.
Oh yeah,
because Dak's not good.
Yeah, like you're setting the bar really low there, but.
Like, if you put Jacoby Brissett as the starting quarterback on the Cowboys, they're just as good.
And I really think the Colts are a good team. Like, they were like a lot of people's
their general manager finally started to turn that around.
They were like a lot of people's like sleeper pick to go really far in the playoffs or win it.
It's crazy how they went from a god awful line to now finally they've got a good line.
They got a defense that's pretty good too.
Anymore.
I like Frank Reich a lot.
Nelson
when the Giants
is the nastiest offensive lineman in the league.
When the Giants were looking at coaches before they hired Pat Shermer, I was like, "Hey man, why don't we snag Frank Reich? He kind of gets it. He knows what he's doing." And then like the whole Josh McDaniels fiasco happens. Did Josh McDaniels happen because he knew what was going on? Does Andrew Luck want to come play for his dad and us in the XFL and play for the Houston Roughnecks?
So funny.
What if he did? Like that would be so funny if he just like. I'm just gonna murder the XFL. Like I'm going to just like drop dimes on everybody, and it'll be just like.
What if he just leaves and now he's like any building that gets built for the rest of his life? Andrew Luck just designs every building.
I'm Andrew Luck. Hi, I have a beard.
People always go, "Oh, he stayed to get his architecture degree for his 4th year." No, he graduated in 3 years from Stanford with an architecture degree.
Yeah,
he just stayed 1 more year. That dude, like. He could, because I believe he was a redshirt sophomore when he left.
Yes, he was. No, he was a redshirt
junior because he stayed for that junior year. But like, this dude graduated from one of the greatest universities in America in 3 years with one of the hardest fucking degrees to get, and then just goes, "Yeah, but I want to play football for 1 more fucking year, so I'll take some bullshit classes." Dude's legitimately a genius.
But rest in peace to like Civil War General Andrew Luck. Twitter.
Right. Oh, that was
It's
one of
just
my
not going to be as fun.
Now, and also now, like that propped up all the other bullshit, like Captain.
Somebody
Ryan
should
Fitzpatrick.
make. I want somebody to make an Alex Middleton Civil War general thing. I think I
that
can
wouldn't
kind of
be
pull it. I think I can kind of pull it
but,
off
like,
with the
it's
beard.
just,
Just make it a black and white photo.
It's not.
If my hair was slicked back, I think you could pull it off.
You would definitely be Private.
You could put me
Middleton.
on like Ulysses Grant's.
Everyone else was general
body.
and captain and corporal and sergeant, all the offshoot ones. You would definitely be Private Middleton.
I'd be first officer, if that's the thing.
No, you'd be Private.
I'd be Senior Middleton.
Private Middleton.
I don't know about that. I don't think I'd get. I don't think I'd be more of a. More
Everyone
of a
else who
private
got one was like an NFL player and famous. You're a little pissant.
I don't know. I've won a lot of Madden Super Bowls.
You
so,
are the equivalent of
I
if one of
am
the
a
ball
part-
boys had a beard and got
I'm a
fucking
partial
offshoot.
NFL or a partial XFL owner, so
Yeah.
you be the judge.
Yeah, Private.
Also, a comeback kid this week is Rick Rolling.
Oh,
because the
yes.
San Diego Padres, first off, as a Yankees fan, fuck the Red Sox. But the Padres were hosting the Red Sox for a series over the weekend.
You can hate the Red Sox, but
And-
everyone loves Sweet Caroline.
Wow, and Packard had that at his wedding, and we were all saying it. And it's like, I'm not going to hate on Sweet Caroline.
Yeah.
I don't have any
Sweet
beef with
Caroline and Shout have to be at every wedding.
I don't have any beef with Neil. Rick Rolling is back because the Padres were hosting the Red Sox in San Diego over the weekend. So they played Sweet Caroline, and everybody was kind of like, what the fuck are they doing? And 'cause that's why you have the video of it, because everybody kind of pulled out their phones like, these motherfuckers, are you really playing Sweet Caroline? I remember the Astros played Sweet
Yeah.
Caroline one time. And everybody lost their
Yeah.
shit. Like, how could you do this? It's like, I don't know. They're trying to appeal to everybody, man. It's a fun thing. Like, I get it. It's not
And
your...
everybody loves the song.
And it's a great... yeah.
So it's
Yeah,
playing on the video board.
exactly.
It's building up to the chorus. Hand touching,
hands,
reaching out, touching me. Are you going to play the video? Oh, I was just going to do it live. But.
Do it.
Touching you. Na, 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 and then it just cuts into fucking Rickroll. So everyone's ready to yell Sweet Caroline, ba, 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 and it cuts in the entire stadium. Just goes, ha, you fuckers.
And
you
laughed,
got it.
and laughed. You could hear like an audible
everyone
laugh.
loved it.
It was so funny.
Everyone thought it was, because as well as Sweet Caroline that everyone loves fucking Rick Astley now too.
But like, I don't understand how Rick Rolling was like why was this the song they picked? What a random song.
Because that's how the internet works.
Can we Old Town Roll, people? Oh, that's gonna be our thing.
No, because that song was massively popular. This was a good song in the 80s, but like Old Town Road's still going to be popular. It's still going to be on the charts in 30 years.
I hope so. We
It
can
will
only
be.
hope.
It will
Well, we
be.
know it will be.
It's that
We
good.
called it. We called it.
Exactly.
Future news. You heard it here first.
Yeah. Ooh.
There you go. Called that. Give us credit. At not Pat Dion.
President Lil Nas X.
Okay,
Lil Nas
probably,
X.
honestly, in 30 years, he'll probably have already been president for 2 terms.
Well, I was going to say, President Lil Nas X will be the first openly gay president.
Yeah. Look at us for being forward thinkers. And, like, we're very open-minded. Look at us. Very open-minded podcast.
Yeah. Well, let's see. He's 19. We need 16 more years.
He's 20 now. He's 20.
He's 20. Well, I mean,
You'd be 35. So, yeah, it'd be 16 years.
he'll be 21 by the next election.
I'm not good at math, so
So
you do
he'll
the math.
still need 14 more years. So it'll still be 6 more elections.
But really, he's just doing 14 more years. Is like just giving him that much more time to like perfect his plans
Yeah.
for when he's in office.
Yeah. And I mean, and 16 more years. So that gives us 2 terms of Ben Shapiro and then 2 terms of Dan Crenshaw.
I don't think Ben Shapiro's gonna.
But those would be the funniest debates of all time. And then after that, Dan Crenshaw, because you know he's from Texas.
Like
He's got
Ben
one
Shapiro
eye.
just kind of like being like a whiny little bitch. Like, yeah, look, I schooled you. Ben Shapiro is like the Darren Rovell of
How
politics.
dare you?
He really is.
How dare you?
He just tries to throw himself into everything going on, and it's like,
How
dude, you
dare
don't
you.
like. What are you doing here? This isn't your conversation. This was an A/B conversation. See you at Shapiro.
No. You're just mad because facts don't care about your feelings. Which, by the way, is one of the greatest taglines of all time.
Right, but like, okay, so he can come up with taglines, but it's like he's kind of a little kid. Like, debate me. It's like, no, I just disagreed with you on this one thing. I'm not gonna have a full-on debate. It's like the episode.
Because you don't want him to spit the facts.
It's
at
like
you
the
and
episode
show
of The
you how
Office
you're
where
wrong.
Michael schooled Oscar, and then Oscar's like, "Oh, I'd love to get together for coffee."
God
Like,
damn it!
That's
God
exactly
damn it!
what.
That is a perfect.
That's
analogy.
exactly who Ben Shapiro is.
Holy
He's that
shit.
guy. Ben Shapiro is Oscar Martinez, which is
Okay,
very ironic
hold
because
on,
Ben
hold on,
Shapiro is
hold on.
pretty anti-gay.
But as that went, he's not anti-gay. We could do 5 hours on this, but Oscar was right about what he was trying to
Ben
debate.
Shapiro eats at Chick-fil-A.
He was
so-
he was correct. Oscar was correct about what he was trying to debate about. Nobody just wanted to debate with him.
And then Michael Scott trumped him. Like literally Donald Trump did, where it's like, but what this really means is that we are all together as Americans and we are all one. And then, yeah, way to go, Mike.
The Oscars, goddamn.
I feel like we always reference The Office at least once. That's our Office reference
There
for
you
this
go.
week. I guess, and I did the Bob Vance thing too.
That
So
is,
that's
by
two.
the way, the most perfect Ben Shapiro
That's 100%.
analogy I've ever heard.
That is 100% what I
Oscar, when
think
he
of.
just gets mad and he's like, well, we're gonna fucking debate on this.
We're
And
gonna-
everyone's like,
I'd love to get coffee.
no, dude, we don't.
Dude,
we,
I don't-
We don't need to.
I don't. It's fine.
We don't need to.
This isn't something I want to argue over. I just
Like,
have a different.
everybody else around there is like, Oscar, we know you're smarter than him. We know if you had a debate, you'd win, but like, we just don't want to see it.
We get it, dude. You're kind. You're an asshole. Funny. Cool.
You're just a smart asshole. Holy shit, Ben Shapiro was Oscar from The
So
Office.
Rick Rolling and then Ben Shapiro, I guess, are also coming
Oh
against
my
now. Even
God.
though Ben Shapiro didn't really do anything yet. But
I can't wait to tell everybody I know about that.
yeah, feel free to use that, everybody. That's free for you guys. I'm just putting it out there into the world.
Holy
all right.
shit, that's good.
All right. See another point. You're like, oh, Alex, why do you watch The Office so much? You're just wasting your life watching the same show. No, because I can literally relate The Office to every social scenario that I get
Oscar
put into.
Shapiro.
Oscar Shapiro. The Mount Rushmore of animals that people hate. Now, I guess this is a little anticlimactic that I don't get to explain this situation, but Pat found himself in a classic Dwight Schrute Office situation. That's the third time we've mentioned it. I'm sorry. All right. Last
there's
week's
never too many
last week's
mentions.
results. It was the Mount Rushmore of chicken, I believe, correct? And I edged out B jokes on this one, or Jobby Bokes. I had 48% of the vote. Robert had 43, and Pat had 9. Ugh, I thought it was 11, honestly.
Yeah,
until I
I
just
got-
looked at it. Ugh.
You know what? You know what? Just fuck you guys. You don't know what you're talking about.
Bad luck.
You don't know what you're talking
Bad. I mean, you had a strong list, but I think you went too food heavy, and I think we were going. It was. I think Robert and I both had
Yeah.
more well-rounded lists.
What did I go? 3 food
You
items?
were like the kid that had all A's in school, but then like didn't join any clubs, and like, well, you got to be in something.
I'm sorry. You tell a fat guy, hey, we're going to talk about chicken. You can't be mad at me when I
I'm
pick
not
3
mad,
chicken
bro.
things.
I'm not mad. I get it, but like, just I think that me and Jobby Bokes, we crushed it. Obviously, looking at the votes. So this Mount Rushmore Susan is standings right now. Pat and Robert still tied for first with 3 wins apiece. I have 2, so the only way that I can even win this thing is I got to win this week, and then we have one final Mount Rushmore.
Yeah, we're going to have a...
So I'm gonna have to win 2 straight if I got to pull this
You
off.
have to win this week or there is none next
If
week.
Robert or Pat wins this, then it's over.
Yeah.
It's over for me at least. And then I guess if you guys
No,
tie,
it's over. I think if one of us wins this week, that's the end of Mount Rushmore.
if one of y'all win,
Because what if one of us wins it this week, we do another, and then
it's a
and
tie?
the other one wins.
Okay, you're right.
And then a tie.
so this is our final Mount Rushmore.
Unless you win. Damn it, but like then...
But I thought our plan. last week you said we have that Thursday NFL game, so technically we'll get it in before
Yeah, we got
football
to we got to
season.
do one more either way. Because if we say the only way we get another one is if you win, then they're just going to vote
no,
you.
Right. No, I'm cool with that.
So
I
yeah, you
understand
know
that.
what? No matter what, we've got another one.
No,
next
we
week.
have one more next week, and
Yeah.
then if it's a tie at the end of that, we're gonna do another one, and then that'd be really funny if like the third person won it also. So I don't know. We'll figure it out. Whoever gets second, if that's the case, then would win Mount Rushmore season. Okay. So this week's draft order, it's gonna go Pat, Robert, me, Robert, Pat, snake draft, and it is the Mount Rushmore of animals that people hate. Now, when we were in our group chat texting back and forth with this, look at me, I'm the one that's talking about group chats now.
Ooh.
But Pat was like, "Do bugs count? Do bugs count?" I say no, and I was like, I had a couple bugs I had jotted down, but if you say bugs don't count, then that's fine. Whatever. Robert was like, I don't think bugs should count either. Okay, so spiders, roaches, those are out.
Yeah,
those are definitely going to be on the list.
Because bugs are just, if bugs counted, there'd be like 2 animals and the rest would be bugs.
Right, but bugs are sort of animals, right?
No, they're insects.
Okay. All right. So the Mount Rushmore of animals that people hate. Pat, you have the first pick. Go.
Snake.
Snakes.
Fuck snakes.
Why did it have to be snakes?
Every single goddamn snake should be dead. There's no such thing as a good snake.
I mean, Satan was a snake. It's a very good
Yeah.
basis of that. I don't trust him.
Not today.
I don't trust him.
Snake.
Not today, snaking. All right, B jokes. What you got?
I'm gonna go with rats.
Ooh,
rats. Rats is a really good one. I like that. I am gonna go. I got 2 right here, so I gotta load up real fast. Let me check what I got here. I am gonna go with cats,
There you go. Yep.
and then I'm gonna go with skunks because
Damn it!
nobody wants to get
Damn.
like skunked up, you know?
I really thought one of those of the three that you guys just took. I thought one was gonna fall to me.
I thought that Cats was going to be Robert's pick.
All right.
My turn.
Yeah,
shit,
Robert,
sorry,
Robert, not
sorry.
you, buddy.
Ooh, I almost jumped the gun.
All right, I think I'm gonna go with raccoon.
Raccoon, also a good one.
Who doesn't like raccoons?
People whose
They
shit
look
they
like
steal.
little burglars. They're great.
Who likes
on.
burglars? I don't know.
When they're furry. All right. So I've got two here, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go. Man, I really thought this was gonna be a later pick for me, but stingrays.
Stingrays.
You kill Steve Irwin. I don't like you.
Okay. Good point on that one. Stingrays. I think it's a little early to be drafted in that.
I thought so too, but you know what? I figured I'd go with it. And next, I'm gonna go pigeons.
Pigeons is a good one.
Oh, fucking rats of the sky.
That was gonna be my next one.
Oh,
Yep.
really? All right. What you going with this one?
Oh gosh. I think I'm gonna go with opossums.
Damn it!
Possum.
Oh, I was really hoping to snake that one in the fourth round.
Is it possums or opossums?
I actually looked this up in preparation of this. The difference is in North America, they are opossums. That's the only place that they are. Possums are actually in like Australia and Asia and other parts of the world, and they're actually more closely related to kangaroos. So what we know, it's still pronounced possum. The O is silent, but what we know as possums are opossums.
Opossums.
So there you go,
Okay.
you guys. There's your PTG school learning of the week.
All right. Now I am going to go lizards. Does lizards count?
It's a reptile.
It's an animal. And
I think lizards count.
Okay.
it's an. I mean,
Okay.
Animal Planet.
Hey,
they
that's
have
two-
they have
that-
stuff like that.
That's why we have 3 people. You got to be able to vote on it.
Lizards, and then do humans count?
Damn it!
Do humans count? Because I
Shit.
just like fuck people, right?
I'm so mad. That I had it on my list, so I'll count it. Fuck, that's what I was really hoping to be my 4th round snake.
I'm gonna go humans on that one. I have a really good honorable mention that I was gonna take if you guys had
fucking
said no on
humans.
either of those. But humans, because fuck people, right? We don't want to deal with that.
Fuck
Except for
people.
you guys that are listening to us. We love you guys. You guys
No,
are the best.
But,
Gravy Gang,
like you guys understand, fuck
Gravy
people.
Gang, you guys get it.
All right. I think
Back to B jokes. Your final
my
pick.
last one. I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna go with squirrels.
Squirrels. Dogs definitely hate squirrels, but I don't know about people.
Yeah, dude, I don't know what you're doing over there, Bobby Jokes.
All right, Pat. Final pick of this Mount Rushmore. This has been a pretty good one, honestly.
Bats.
Bats. All right, bats.
I don't necessarily feel great about that one, but like, if you guys have ever had to deal with a bat, you don't want to deal with bats.
Now, okay, here is.
They do not turn you into Batman, contrary to popular belief.
They actually give you rabies a lot
Yeah.
of times. A lot of times they do. I had a couple of pretty good honorable mentions. I had one that I had as my alternate if you guys had vetoed either of my final 2 picks, and it was going to be foxes, specifically in hen houses. 'Cause you never want a fox in the hen house. You never want a fox in the hen
That's true.
house.
That's true.
So people hate that.
Gators and crocodiles.
Bears.
You don't want to. I still love bears.
I love bears too. That's why I didn't want to pick it because but bears are kind of mean sometimes.
Hyenas.
Hyenas.
They're Nazis.
But they laugh. They
But they're-
laugh.
but
dude.
they're Nazis.
They're funny guys.
They're Nazis though.
Mice, but like rats was already taken, so like,
Yeah.
mice are not as all.
But people aren't really scared of mice. Like they don't hate mice. They might be a little scared, but people hate mice. Coyotes.
Coyotes.
A big one that I thought about. Dingoes.
The dingo ate your baby.
Exactly.
Yep. Nobody likes that. Sharks, gators.
But see, the reason I didn't
Frogs.
I didn't even put sharks on my list because people love Shark Week.
People do like Shark Week, but I don't think people like sharks as much.
Yeah, I don't want to run into one.
They like
but
learning about them. Woodpeckers. Woodpeckers are kind of assholes sometimes.
They're I would have never. Yeah,
When they're
see,
pecking, that's why I didn't pick
it's
it. I'm
good
just
to
saying these are honorable mentions
honorable
here.
mention, yeah.
But like a woodpecker is like fucking up houses sometimes.
Crows.
Crows are bad. Birds in general. I had birds, but like I figured like
No,
there's too many options.
You have to be specific. With
I
the
also
bird.
had Animals by Nickelback. Just
Oh,
acting like we're
fuck
animals.
you! I love that song.
Okay, what about Animals by Maroon 5? Baby, I'm a hooba, 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 animals.
I don't hate that song.
Animals. That's why I didn't pick them, but I'm just saying. like,
Animals
they're
by fucking Def Leppard.
Animal from the Muppets, but like, everybody
But
loves that
people
guy,
love
so
them,
that's
yeah.
why I would never pick
Now
him.
we're just saying
I'm just trying to think of other ones. Yeah, that's pretty much all the ones I got.
The only reason I would have been torn if you didn't take cat and it fell to me, just because.
I know people
I wanna
love cats.
win, and
I
some
know that
people
people love
love
cats,
cats.
but I think the
But
majority
most people hate cats.
hates cats.
I hate cats, And then when one curls up next to me and like wants me to pet it, I'll pet it. But like I hate, you know what it is?
Like there are cool versions
like-
of all of these animals. You know.
There's no cool version of crocodiles. It's exactly like from Role Models when he goes, I like the idea of Coke
That's
more
true.
than I actually like it. That's the thing, like, I hate the idea of cats, but like if a cat comes up next to me and is chill, I'll pet him. He's just a little kitty. But
That's
like,
fair.
but also, fuck cats.
Yeah, we're not a cat podcast.
So give us a recap.
Not a cat podcast here. All right, so Pat had snakes, stingrays, pigeons, and bats. Honestly, I think stingrays ruins it for you. Just stingrays was like you took
Here's the
that
thing.
way too early, bro.
But because I was afraid it was going to go because you're the animal that killed the crocodile hunter.
Robert, did you
killed
have-
Steve Irwin?
Did you have stingrays on your list at all?
Nope.
No,
I didn't
because you
either.
guys don't think outside the box.
I didn't either. I mean, I think really outside the box. I had songs.
You had songs?
I had songs on mine.
Yeah, no. I'm sorry. You killed the crocodile hunter. I hate you.
But it's kind of like less cool. It was like so when I leave Wheezy in her box when I go to work, I leave it on Animal Planet because I want her to watch stuff that she's familiar with, obviously.
Also, the Astros beat the shit out of the Rays last night.
Okay, yeah. Well, I guess people do hate the team, the Tampa Bay Rays.
There you
That's a
go.
good point.
The Rays.
That's a good point. But there
And
was like a Steve
he
Irwin
killed it.
documentary on
Yeah.
this morning that was scheduled. I DVR it. Can't wait to watch it.
Yeah.
Like it covers his whole
And
life.
by the end of it, you know what you're going to say?
Crikey.
Fuck Stingrays.
No, I'm gonna say crikey. Probably.
No, you're going to vote for me.
I'd probably.
You gotta watch for that before you vote.
I won't.
You
I mean,
will.
I still probably won't vote for either. But Pat had snakes, stingrays, pigeons, and bats. Robert had rats, raccoons, possums, and squirrels, and I had cats, skunks, lizards, and humans. I think I won. I
Here's
think
the
I
thing.
win this
I
one.
really wanted skunks. Robert took two that I think people like. Like, people like raccoons and people like squirrels.
I think people don't like raccoons as much as you think, but I think people do like squirrels.
Yeah. Well, people don't hate raccoons, though, because they're cute.
Because he did not
You
specify
know
what
you
kind
don't
of
really want
squirrels.
to meet one, but raccoon videos on the internet, oh, people fucking love those.
Because sometimes they just eat dog food and they eat it like a person.
They like,
just eat it like a little
steal
person.
it and run away.
Oh, it's
in
so
their
great.
little
It's
hands.
so great. It's so great.
And then there's videos of dogs playing with raccoons and like them petting the dogs. Like, come on.
And the animals people love, just quickly, let's name a few.
Dogs.
Monkeys. Dogs number one. Monkeys are awesome.
Monkeys, chimps, apes. I mean, because if we're gonna
Parrots. Parrots. People love
love
parrots.
parrots.
Parrots are awesome.
go monkeys. Some weird people like cats. I don't know why.
Because like if you were like pets, like animals that people like flying squirrels are cool as shit.
Yeah, that's
but like,
much
he didn't
shorter list.
specify
Animals that
squirrels.
people hate is a lot longer than
Right.
they really like.
And so we'll find out
Pigs?
why this was.
People, dude, pigs are
People
actually
also
a
hate
really.
pigs. People also hate pigs because you get called when you're trying to make fun of somebody. You fucking chauvinistic pig.
Yeah, but like actual pigs, though, if you've ever known anyone that's had a pig as a pet, they're like dogs that make bacon.
Right, and you can eat them later.
Pigs are teacup pigs.
Sometimes people get sold teacup pigs
also-
and they don't realize that they are not teacup pigs. They
Yeah,
are
and
just
then-
in fact baby real pigs.
Do you know the difference between a pig and a hog? Now see,
Weight, it's like weight, right?
It's weight. It's either 200 or 300 pounds.
I think it's like 200, right?
I think it's once it's over 200 pounds, it's a hog.
That's nuts. And it's got tusks, doesn't it?
But pigs are good boys.
Pigs are cool.
Pigs are buddies.
I mean, ever since I watched Babe, Pig in the City, like
yeah.
it really taught me a lot about pigs.
Lions. I've been watching.
I mean,
I've
lions
been
are
watching
scary.
Serengeti,
Lions are very
guys,
scary, which is why I didn't pick them.
And me and my brother, while we're watching Serengeti, all we keep doing every time the lion like yawns or something, we're just like, "Oh, look at that, buddy."
And another thing you got to worry about when you're picking lions and like tigers and stuff like that is, what if I'm offending somebody whose team is the Lions or Tigers? You know, like we would lose all the
If
LSU
you're
people if we
offended
said
by that,
tiger.
then screw you.
Well, but like, what if you're like, I don't
Oh
hate
no,
tigers.
no! I thought we were talking about animals that people like.
Well, no, but I'm saying like, and again, this one, like, I was kind of like, I don't know, do I put tigers down?
Oh,
but
no,
like, yeah,
no, I would not have said that.
tigers are also intimidating as shit.
People don't. They're scared of them, but they don't hate them.
That's
People
true.
like
I
lions.
like lions. Lions are tight.
They're good, but
They're-
they're just big old kitties.
They just are curious
They're just
and
big
might
old
want to
kitties.
eat you, but whatever.
Panthers,
Panther. I don't know. about
Black
Panthers.
Panther. People love that movie.
Big fan of Black Panthers. Oh, you should have picked Black Panther.
I thought about it, but I was just like, it's still a cat.
So what about Sex Panther? Oh, that's a nice honorable mention right
Shit.
there. That's a nice honorable mention right
Man,
there.
that would. I mean, we could do a whole fucking Mount Rushmore on
We could do
cats.
6 Mount Rushmores.
On cats.
I think we did do a Mount Rushmore of cats.
Did we?
Or
That
no,
does
we did
sound
a Mount
familiar.
Rushmore of Panthers. We did a Mount Rushmore of Panthers because I had Yarmir Yager.
That's
on the Panthers.
right, yeah.
And
After-
Cam Newton.
it
And
was
Cam
right
Newton and
after
Yarmir
Black
Yager.
Panther came
Yeah,
out. Yeah.
exactly. Okay, let's get to not cool.
Ooh.
All right. let's. I got a couple of these, and some of them are repeats. But that's just kind of how not cool goes sometimes. Sometimes things happen, and we're like, hey, this was literally not cool, so I'm gonna bring it back up again. All right, let's get to it.
Not cool, man. Dude, that's not cool. Not cool. Not cool. Dude, that's not cool. Not cool, man. Dude, that's not cool. Not cool. Not cool. Dude, that's not cool. Not cool. Not cool.
All right, you gonna go first?
Yeah, I'll go. First.
Explain our Mount Rushmore.
All right, so I'm gonna do another one first because
okay.
it'll be shitty following that one. My first one is your alarm just not going off for work.
Did you set it?
Yeah, no, I said for whatever reason it didn't ring. Like I only ended up leaving like 5 minutes later than I normally would, just because my brother woke me up. But like it not only didn't ring, but it reset itself. Because like when my brother yelled, I picked up my phone, and it showed that like the snooze had just been hit. So like it was just snoozing itself but not ringing.
Ooh,
that was fucking weird.
That's
it
not
hasn't
good.
it hasn't done it since. Like it's every other alarm has worked, but like that was fucking weird. It didn't work. But the reason for our not cool this week was bats are my not fucking cool.
Bats.
So Monday night, it's like we close at 9:30 at the restaurant. Stop taking tables. I usually leave the floor around like 8:15 just because I've got stuff in the back that I got to start working on and get ready for the next day. And this is another reason was I'm trying to take a poop. And all of a sudden I hear one of my servers walk in the back and go, Pat. And I'm like.
They say, Pat, there's a bat.
No, they're like.
Because that would have rhymed.
Like, what? Like, I yell from the bathroom. Normally I ignore him, but like she kept yelling my name. So I was like, what? And she goes, we've got a problem. And I'm like, what is it? Which is weird when you're just talking to somebody from the bathroom anyway, but like when it's not really your friend, it's even weirder. She goes, there's a bat in the restaurant. And I go, oh shit, better pinch this one off. I didn't yell that, but I was like, okay, I'll be right there. So there was like a hole in our ceiling in one of the rooms that I guess a little baby bat had gotten into.
And it had grown up over years.
And would just flying circles around the fucking room. So I get up there and I'm like, oh,
Wait, did you have customers in there?
Yeah.
And were they like, oh my God, this is fucking weird?
Actually, the weird thing is, nobody cared.
Really?
None of them gave a shit. They were just like,
that makes you wonder.
They're like, yeah,
Do you have a bunch of vampires dining in there?
I guess.
Was it at night?
But yeah, it was at night.
Ooh, vampires come out at night.
But I get out there and it's flying around.
Do you work at a restaurant for vampires?
I mean, that'd be dope. That means we have repeat customers for thousands of years.
That's actually a really good point.
Yeah. So I walk in the room and it's not actively flying around, but I was just like, where is it? And someone was like, oh, it's up there. And I tell the tables, I was like, listen, guys, I'm sorry, but like, I need you guys to move out of this room and into a next room. I'm not saying the word, I can't have them bite you. But I'm like, it's just a safety concern. I need you. And one of the tables goes, oh, it's okay. We're almost done. And I was like, no,
we love bats.
And I was like, no, ma'am. You have to move too.
You got a GTFO.
Like, you can be almost done in the next room. Just pick another table, and we'll move your shit
Just not
out.
here. Yeah.
So that table's on like the far side of the restaurant, or that room. It's on the far side of the restaurant. It's kind of secluded. There's no door on the room, but it's its own thing. So I'm just kind of standing in the doorway. I'm texting my boss's son, who's the GM. I'm like, hey, there's a fucking bat here. He's like, oh, well, whatever.
Neato. Cool.
It's like, all right. So like I run to the back real quick to look up, animal control for our area. And of course, they close at 5.
Right. Which is like, how are you going to control the animals if you close?
Like, what's the fucking game? So then I just call the police department that's down the street from us, and I was like, hey, like, we've got a bat flying around here and animal control is closed. They're like, oh, well, what's your number? And I give them the number. They're like, all right, well, let me see what I can do, and I'll call you back. So then I'm just standing in the doorway, and I've got a trash bag just like in case it flies at the door. I
like
can hopefully
solid,
catch it.
like Dwight Schrute.
Yeah, like
straight up like Dwight Schrute.
I'd be lying if I didn't say.
Did you capture it on like somebody's head?
So like at one point the thing dives at me, and I go to catch it, and then it jumps up, it flies over my head into the rest of the fucking restaurant.
Ooh.
And starts doing circles around that room right there.
Just nonstop. And bats are fucking like
so I'm
they
trying
fly.
I'm
They
trying to
fly right by
fucking
you.
like every time I try and I try and catch it like it's flying and I almost get it. I hit it with like the edge of the trash bag like 3 fucking times. Meanwhile, There's people all sitting in this room.
Right. Staring
but I'm
at you,
just
watching
like,
you do this.
Yeah, and most of them don't care. There's one table that they're like kind of cowering on each other and doing it. But like everyone else in there, like half the people in this room are now people that were from the other room and didn't give a shit before.
Mm-hmm.
One of them is like this dude who's been a regular for years, and his buddy who's from Austin. So this guy's like, I see bats every fucking day. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
But like it's flying circles, and
I used to be a bat.
I keep almost getting it, but it won't. But then it's flying to the next room, and then back to this room, and then the next room, and then back to this room. Meanwhile, while it's doing that, we've got the door propped open that it's flying past 37 fucking times, so it won't fly fucking outside.
God damn it.
I'm just like, God. And eventually it gets
Look,
like,
bat, figure it out.
I'm texting my boss's son. I'm like, dude, like
They are blind though, so
this fucker won't leave. And he's finally like, all right, well, like just clear out the restaurant. I'm on my way. He's like, and I'm bringing a bat. And I'm like, well, like,
that's ironic.
yeah, right. And I was like,
What if he showed up and he brought like another bat?
And
Like
I'm
an
like-
actual like flying bat, and you're like, "What?
A
This
trained
isn't what
bat
I
to
meant.
catch
This
the
is
other
not
bat."
what I meant." And then no, but then just became friends. Like you've doubled our problem. I thought you were bringing a baseball bat. You brought another, like an actual bat.
Yeah.
No, not cool.
But I'm jumping around. I'm fucking sweaty because like the thing's flying high towards the ceiling, so I keep trying to jump.
And you get
and
very
fucking
sweaty.
get it.
You get sweaty very
I
easily.
do, but like, and it's just all like I'm just moving around. I'm stressed because I'm like, what if this thing dives and bites someone? We're fucking done.
I mean,
Like we're done.
unless they got superpowers or turned into vampires, which is it's already a vampire
That would be
restaurant.
cool.
Actually, I would argue that it was probably like a customer's bat that they just forgot, and like, oh damn it, I let Batty just hang out, and like they let Batty instead I was trying to make it
Yeah.
sound like Betty, but it didn't.
But now this little bastard bat, and he's like, it's a small bat. It's a baby bat.
Could you call it a bat stirred?
I should have. I didn't.
You should have said.
But now he's flying all over the restaurant. So now I'm going to all the tables, and I was like, hey, I'm sorry. And luckily, by this point, like basically everyone's almost done with all their desserts and everything too. A couple people are waiting on it. I go, I'm sorry. Like, can everyone just move out to the patio? I was like, I've got to clear this out. Now he's flying everywhere. It's just, I can't have people in here while this bat's flying
You're like,
around.
hey.
And everyone's like, yeah, no problem. Now, some of them still take like 10 minutes to clear out. I'm like, just pick up your shit and move to the fucking patio.
Yes, yeah. Come on, guys.
It's 5 feet away from me. I'm asking you to leave. Just please. I'm not asking you to leave. I'm just asking you to move outside.
That guy
Like,
Pat was so aggressive.
I know it's. And I wasn't. I was being very nice.
Seems like you were being a bit
but
aggressive.
inside my fucking head, I'm like, get the
Seems
fuck out.
like you needed to relax,
Get the
Roxanne.
fuck out. I needed to relax, Roxanne. I'm not gonna lie. And this fucker just keeps. And then finally, and there's been a couple times when he was flying around and stop on the ceiling. Like 10 seconds later, he'd drop off the ceiling.
Like would he
and fly
hang?
away.
He'd hang.
He'd hang.
That's so tight.
Right? It was pretty dope.
Were you like, oh, I want to watch?
But I was like, oh. And like as soon as I started to move towards him, he dropped. So finally I get everyone out and they're on the patio hanging out. And then he flies above this one table and just stops. But he's not moving.
All
I was
right.
like, oh, he's finally fucking tired. So I have the trash bag in my hands. Like, you spread out your hand and you have 4 points.
Yep.
So I get up, I get on a chair and I throw my hands up to the ceiling.
You
to
trap him.
To trap him.
Yeah.
Because I thought when I did that, the quick movement would
It's
make
like the
him
opposite of putting a cup over a roach.
Yeah, but on a ceiling.
Yeah.
So I figure when I do that real quick, he'll just drop.
Uh-huh.
Or like he'll try to fly away and he'll be trapped and I can just close the bag and take him outside. I do that. This cocksucker doesn't move. He's just like, well,
Whoa,
I'm
whoa,
still
there's
fucking
nothing
here.
wrong with that.
Sorry.
We don't judge here.
Whatever. This bat was a...
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
So then I'm
He was
like, all right,
being
well,
a real
fuck this.
bastard.
So I've got my hand, anybody who's, on the video, I've got it like this. He's in the middle, he's not moving, so I just go, bam, and clamp my hands together really fucking quick.
Ooh.
But like...
Was he like squirming all around?
Not
Or
like
did he hate
clapped
it?
together, but like I formed a seal at the top of the bag, and I clamped his wing, so he go like screeching. But I'm like, whatever, dude. Like,
Yeah, fuck you, dude. This isn't your place.
yeah, like get the
Go to your
fuck out.
cave.
So I walked the bag outside, like it's a big like restaurant trash bag. It's a big fucker.
Did you think at all about like maybe like I could take it home and have a pet bat?
Nope, but I was thinking about like, man, I really hope this bastard doesn't bite me because
Also a
I
good
don't
thought.
have
Also a
health
good thought to
insurance
have.
or any insurance for that matter, outside of car, because you got to have that.
Your job doesn't give you that shit?
No,
Hey, we're still going. We're still going. I think
still going.
we're still
Oh, we
recording.
lost power,
We
but
just
we're
lost
good.
power. I think we are still going. It looks like it's recording. I'm sorry.
So I take the bag outside and I start flapping it, but like I don't see a bat leave it.
right.
For like 2 minutes I'm flapping. Finally, and like I honestly thought I might have crushed his wing with the way I did it. No, he flies away. I was just like, God.
What if he flew away to like tell his friends, and the next day there's 30 bats?
Well, see, we had someone come in the next day and be like, hey, can you check for bats and everything? And they come and they go, no, you don't have any more. What it is, it's just these adolescent bats. Sometime this time of year, they just get stuck into places because they don't know any better. and that dude somehow got into our roof and then found a crack and fucking flew through into the restaurant.
All right.
That was good. Like, yeah. So that whole thing, not cool. There is one cool thing that came out of it, though. I told everyone they have to call me Batmanager now.
That's
There you
perfect. That is perfect. Okay. Okay.
But,
no, I like
yeah,
that a lot.
the
That was a
whole
good
thing,
way to wrap that
having
story
to deal
up.
with all that bullshit, not cool. Except for being called Batmanager.
You should have to go in with like that Batman costume and just be like, "Why? I'm the Batmanager. Don't worry about me."
Now that's a good idea.
Now, that'd be a funny job if like Bruce Wayne, like crime was just like solved, like there was no crime left. So it's like, what did he become after that? He's like, I became the Batmanager, and he just like manages like a diner.
How can I help you?
Oh no, we're out of pancake mix.
Would you like fries with that?
Well, we got a whole TV show. I think we could put together here. We'll work on it. We'll pitch it to a network. I'm pretty sure it'll get picked up.
We'll shop it around.
That's a pretty good, not cool though. It's a pretty good, not cool. Probably way better than what I've got. But I got a couple of them. First, I just thought of this one is actually let me lead you to. I had to get a new credit card because it was like, oh, yours may have been subjected to some fraudulent activity, or like it could have been exposed to like a leak or a breach or whatever it was.
Yeah.
So they're like, well, we've sent you a new one, but they didn't tell me like, oh, hey, by the way, this one expires after like 2 days. And so I was getting a haircut and I was trying to swipe the card and like it kept getting declined. I was like, what the fuck? And luckily I had cash on me. So I was like, oh, well, I'll just go to the bank. The bank closes at 5. No, Bank of America fucking is open from 9 a.m. to 4.
Some
They're
of
not,
them, yeah.
They're not even open 8 hours.
It's
they're not
weird.
even
No,
open
it's
8
weird.
hours.
A lot of them are open till 5, but there's a lot of them that are only open till 4. I don't fucking understand it.
How do you have?
How is this not a company-wide policy that you stay open till 5?
How are you not open for 8 hours? You
guess-
can't have a full-time employee if you're not open for 8 hours, can you?
Well, they can still be there for an hour before
That's
opening.
true. But still, it's
close up
horse
time
shit.
after.
It's horse shit that
No,
you're only
that's
open
what
for 7 hours, and then Saturday it's only open for 3 hours, 9 to 1. Like, don't even open.
Yeah.
Don't open.
No, and that's the weird thing. Like I said, some of them still do stay open till 5. A lot of them do. And then there's every so often and I use Bank of America too, so you got to hit one real quick. And that's one of the branches that's only open till 4. And you're like, what the fuck?
I went to 2, and they were both closed at 4. I was like, this is
It's
horse
so
shit.
frustrating.
This is horse shit. Because nobody's off work by 4. I mean, I am, but like I was doing other shit. But most people work 9 to 5.
Yeah.
So like you wouldn't be able to swing by unless you're like on your lunch break and shit, and they take forever then too.
Yep.
It's ridiculous. So fuck that shit.
Sorry
but like
that happened to you.
Also having to get a new credit or debit card and then having to change all of the stuff that like you have like my Xbox Live I had to go change. I had to like the podcast service that we use, I had to go change all the payments on that. And it's just like remembering what you have to go change because you always forget one or two and then it's like, hey, I can't access this. God damn it. Like I was trying to watch the West Ham game on Saturday morning, but because I didn't have an active card, even though I had already paid for the full season,
That's fucking horseshit.
they wanted to make sure that you have an active card on file. Like, well, that's because you
in case they just decide to charge you extra shit.
No, it's so they can then like just like I'll forget about it and then they boom, we dinged you again because it was just auto paid for like the next year.
Yeah, I don't have an active card, but I've already paid for
But
this
I paid
service.
for this. So like next year when it comes around, guess what I have to do if I want to get it? I gotta give you the new credit card info. So like I don't know.
Now they can just ding you again, or if you don't want
You
it next
watched
year,
too many times.
you better cancel it the day
That's
before.
where they get you. It was just horse shit.
That's,
When the guy was
that's a
explaining,
horseshit way to do it.
when the
I've
guy was
actually
explaining
contacted
it
the
to
Better
me,
Business Bureau.
but when he was explaining it to me, I was like, all right, you understand how that's kind of bullshit, right? He was like, I understand, but just it's like it wasn't his problem. It's not his. He wasn't the one doing it.
No, dude, it's not your fault.
It's just
but,
like,
your
but
company's
like,
a dick.
I hate being mad at like I do it to Comcast all the time. Where I was like, I'm not mad at you. I fucking hate your company. I
Yeah.
fucking hate your company and everything you guys stand for. But shout out Comcast. They've been pretty cool lately, though. But so yeah, just having to get a new credit or debit card, having to change all the auto pay stuff you have, anyways, and then so I was staying at the Hilton downtown for Andrew Packard's wedding this weekend, and we had 2 rooms. Now, I got the key for the second room because everybody, like, we only had one room, and the other person whose name it was under had to go and get the key. And it was like his mom had just reserved rooms for, like, the groomsmen or whatever. So she's like, hey, all right, well, here you go. So she went and got the room key and then gave it to everybody else. And I did not think, hey, Alex, you should get the fucking envelope that has the room number on it. And so we didn't know, I didn't know where it was by the time I went back to their room to get it. And I was like, all right, so I'm just going to walk around a hotel and try this card in every single door. And then I was like,
You
well,
guys
no.
didn't, it wasn't a block of like 4 rooms next to each other?
No, we were upstairs and over a little bit, but like I think she just reserved like, hey, we need another room because we didn't know how many people were going to stay, and I think then she just got another room for the groomsmen or whatever. So I got.
But it wasn't a block of rooms.
It wasn't a
next
block
to
of
each
rooms,
other.
no. So I got the like we were all on the same 2 floors, but just like very spread apart. I feel like, and I got the card. I was like, you know what? Instead of walking around the whole hotel, this is a great idea. I'll just fucking go down to the front desk and be like, hey, I totally blanked on my room number. Can you just scan that and tell me what it is? Like, oh, that'd be great. Can I get your ID with like that's on the account? I was like, oh fuck. And it's like 1:45 in the morning.
Dude, it's a bridal party.
But it's 1:45 in the morning
I get
at this point.
because they don't want people finding random room keys.
Right, and like I
breaking
totally
in.
got it, and it was
Yeah.
like that was another thing where it's like I totally get this guy's just doing a job because I could have found this off the street and just gone there. I was like, but I'm also holding like a suit bag with like fucking
Tuxedo
like
shit
a
in it.
tuxedo in it. That, like you could tell it's like a dress suit bag.
Like, if I'm
and
trying
then
to
I've
break
got
into rooms,
all
I'm
of
putting
my
a lot
shit,
of effort
and
into
I
this.
also had my buddy Ty with me who had all of his shit too. And Curtis was not there because Curtis was very drunk and being very loud, and I think he was getting escorted by security down to the first floor where we were like, no, he's with us, we got him, and
God damn it, I love Curtis.
Kurt's amazing. He gets drunk, he can kind of be an asshole sometimes, but he's like a good asshole.
that's
he's
why
like
he's amazing.
He's your asshole, you know. He's like, we love you, buddy, you're funny. But then the guy, I was like, look, man. It's not my name on the room. Like I explained the whole situation. My friend's mom reserved these rooms, and it's like she's probably asleep in her room. I don't want you to call. I don't want you to call her and wake her up. That's a real asshole move on my part. And so we had to call the fucking groom day of his wedding. Technically, I was like, yo, bro. I need you to come down and sort this out. He comes down with a security guard who had already been up there to kind of be like, why is Curtis yelling in the hall? Because we were drunk. And Curtis likes to wrestle when he gets drunk. But so the security guard was walking with him, and he like gave him the ID. He was like, all right, same last name. Just fucking come on. And they gave us the room key. But it was just like not being smart enough to be like, hey, I got to find out what room we're in first. And then be like, we could have avoided all of that. But that's not cool on me for being like, God damn it. And like, at least I didn't have to wander around the whole hotel.
Inconvenient, yeah.
It was a super big
Because it's not
inconvenience.
like you can just go by and one swipe every door, because half the time those things don't work on the first swipe anyway. And you're not going to 3 swipe every goddamn door to see if it works.
But it was a pain in the ass, so that was my not cool.
That's rough,
I had like
man.
4 not cools
Sorry
this
that
week.
happened to you.
Robert, what's your not cool, buddy?
Yeah, you haven't talked in 2 hours.
So I have this thing that it bothers me.
When my podcast friends just go way too long on all the segments.
That too, but that's not it.
Well, it's your fault. You haven't stopped us once this whole goddamn time.
When people put like their feet on the dash, like in the passenger seat,
Okay.
that bothers me. But it's not because like I don't want you to like scuff or scratch up the dash.
It's just feet.
To me, it's just like if we get into an accident and the airbag goes off,
You're dead.
yeah, you have no feet.
Your
that's
your knee is now inside your skull.
Yeah. And Sam did that like after the Astros game yesterday, and I was just like,
Oh, I thought you were just gonna say it was one of your buddies or something. So
No.
this was actually out of a place of caring.
yeah, but
You're like, I love you. I want you here.
yeah, like it just really bothers me. Like, please take your feet off the dash. But like, just like, no, but I'm tired. I want to relax or whatever. Like,
And then-
no.
And like
I
Robert
don't
said
know-
this in this exact tone too, because this is his angry voice.
I'm not planning to have an accident for to get in a car.
No, I
accident.
mean nobody does plan
But
for that.
I don't know about anyone else. Maybe they're planning on it.
That's a good point.
It's true.
Like I can't trust everyone else.
You
on
can
the
only
road.
control you.
So it's just that. It's just the putting your feet on the dash. Like it always makes me nervous. Just like that one time is when an accident's gonna happen.
I've had my brother on like long drives, like 3.5 hour drives when we go up to see our parents. We're like, if it's after work, we're getting out of work, we're getting on the road right away. He'll take his and literally just put like one foot, like kind of not really out the window, but like kind of out the window right there where the
Yeah.
side
I've seen
mirror
people
is.
with their feet out the window.
And I'm just like, dude, what are you? He's like, dude, my feet are just sweaty. I'm like, okay, well, like I don't really care. I'm like, whatever, if you're gonna do it, you're gonna do it, but like, don't block the mirror. But I'm just like, really, like you can't just keep your feet in the car. Your foot has to go outside the fucking car. I don't say it because I don't want to have a conversation with them because I love my
because
brother,
you
but I
hate
fucking
humans,
hate him.
which is another animal that we hate. Obviously, that's why you should vote for mine. For my Mount Rushmore, actually.
But I'm just like, really, like foot out the window. That's what's gonna happen. Oh, my boots are sweaty. All right, keep them inside
Take
the
your
car.
boots off then.
Yeah, but then keep your foot inside of the moving death trap.
Yeah. That's a good one.
That's a damn good, not cool.
That's a really
Robert.
good one, Robert. probably the most intelligent of the not cools we've had so far today.
That might be the only not cool we've ever had that came out of a place of caring.
Yeah, good on you, buddy. Good on you. Look at Robert.
You're too good of a person
He's
for us.
making this a wholesome podcast. He's like, I fucking hate you guys. I've been looking for another podcast to produce forever, but he's not long for this podcast. I feel like Robert's he's weighing his options for sure. So that was our not cool. And since we've done all of our ads, let's hop right into answers. Now, if you've got an answers question, there's no such thing as a stupid question. Send them over to us at PassAwayPod using the hashtag PTGAnswers. You can also tweet me at Alex J. Milton. Pat is at not Pat DN. Robert is at Robert Barbosa 03. Hashtag PTGAnswers. That's how we sort through them fastest. We look at Twitter first. You can also email us answers@PassAwayPod.com, and we'll get to those as well. Squatch God's been missing. We haven't heard from Squatch God in a while, but
dude, that's what the Squatch does.
We soldier on.
They show up and then they disappear for a long time, though.
Right.
That's what Squatches do.
Right. We soldier on. And hand up me. I fucked up and thought our son, Skylar, our podcast son, did not send us an answers question last week. I just didn't see it. And so if I like your answers question, that means I'm about to use it on that week's one. And I think I had liked it when he sent it in originally. And so I saw that because that's how I can kind of decipher what we've already used and what we haven't. Well, I just go and see if it's got the little heart red already. Then I'm like, oh, I've already used it. Okay, cool. Because I just go hashtag PTG answers. I can go look at all the ones that have been sent in on Twitter. And if I've got it heart on it then already, I'm like, okay, well then I'm good.
Heart on.
Heart on. It's a heart on. So Skylar had sent one in. I had completely glossed over it, and we'll get to his first. But this is the answer segment.
Well, if you just answered the question, why don't you just answer the question? Be honest, no big deal. Yeah, answer the question.
Don't change the subject, just answer the fucking question.
All right.
Questions?
Fuck, I keep forgetting that. But, it's like, hey, how many times have you done this podcast? All right, our son Skylar Lester hits us up at OMG. It's Skylar on Twitter. And he says, "What is one game show that you feel you would excel at?" Personally, I think I'd be great at Jeopardy. Like, we're talking just regular TV game shows. Does Big Brother count as a game show? Technically, it's a game show. It's a reality show.
No, when game show people are talking about Jeopardy, Wheel of Fortune, Price is Right. I'd go Wheel of Fortune. That's the one I watched most as a kid growing up. I used to watch it with my grandma.
Of Fortune.
Now, if it was maybe college Jeopardy, I always did much better watching that at the bar and doing that one than regular Jeopardy. I would not be good. There's shit that goes on
I would
there.
get smoked immediately.
But whenever it's this college edition, I do much better during those. But
I
I'd
would
say
suck at Jeopardy.
Wheel of Fortune, like guessing letters and shit like that, and then deciphering words from that. I was always good at that.
I think that would actually probably be mine too.
Yeah.
Just because it's not hard to spin a wheel, you know. Price is Right though. I feel like I don't know. I wouldn't be good.
I
Price
never
is Right.
watched that, so I don't know.
I'm the worst at guessing on Price is Right. I'm like, I don't know, 50, and it's like actually it was $14. So what's wrong with you?
I'm gonna guess. What is it like? We'll say a riding lawnmower, and I'll be like,
200?
No, it's $7,000. I'm like, shit.
Is it $1 million? It's $1 million.
And there's so many
There's
people laughing
nothing on
right
this,
now
it's $1
because
million.
there's a lot of people that, dude, riding lawnmowers are like $2,000.
I
You're
know,
not even
right?
wrong on what it actually is.
But I would probably go Wheel of Fortune. What about you, Bobby Jokes?
Mine would be Family Feud.
Oh! I've always said
I want to change mine to Family Feud.
My family. No, see, my family couldn't do Family Feud because no matter what they say, everyone goes, "Good answer, good answer." My family was sitting there going, "Are you fucking kidding me, Lori?
Dumbass! What is wrong with you?"
My dad would yell at my mom.
I think we need that. We need that in Family Feud.
My dad would be sitting there going, "God damn it, Lori!" Or like, "Fucking Andrew, you suck." Like
That's a good one.
We'd
That's a
be
good
cussing.
one.
That's why I didn't think about it, but also I've always thought we could not do that because we'd have to be Family Feud after dark.
You know what? I'm changing mine. I'm going to go Legends of the Hidden Temple. Legends of the Hidden Temple is what I do, or Global Guts.
I don't think that was a game show though.
It was like, yeah, you had to play games to win.
It was a competition show.
Competition game. All right, then I'm going to go Wheel of Fortune.
I'd love to do Family Feud, but
I
my
don't know.
temperament, I get too angry too quickly at people.
Yeah, okay, I'm going to go Wheel of Fortune
And
then.
if you said something stupid, I'm going to cuss at you on air.
Yeah, and that'll get bleeped, and then it'll be good TV.
Dog sounds. Gosh.
Fuck off! That was shit.
They'd be like, "Garsh," and I'd be like, "Are you
Garsh?
fucking kidding me?" You go put on the spot and you came up with Garsh?
Gorsh. What are you, goofy?
Steve Harvey would be like, "Jesus Christ, calm down." I'd be like, "Fuck you, Steve."
No, I would go on What's Up With That
What?
from Saturday Night Live. where Keenan just pretended he was Steve. Ooh, what's up with that? What's up with that?
Black Jeopardy from SNL.
I wouldn't win that.
White people are evil. Is that the answer? It could be.
Yep, maybe. All right, so Robert would go Family Feud, and Pat and I would go Wheel of Fortune. That's a good question, Skylar.
That
well
was
done,
a damn
son.
good one.
Well
I
done.
like that.
Our boy Brett Brandon at Price of As J, Price of AZJAY on Twitter. He says, "Is danger, do not touch the scariest thing that you could read in Braille, or is there something worse?" Yeah, it's probably up there.
It's up. I mean, maybe like keep back X amount of feet, and you're like, oh shit.
You now have AIDS. That'd be pretty scary.
Quarantined area.
Oh,
that would be a rough. Quarantined from what?
Do not touch this quarantined area.
Do not touch this. Like, what would be big? Why? Like, now, if you read "Do not touch this quarantined area," that would be even scary because you're like, oh well, I have something now, but I don't know what it is.
Yeah, I don't. That's actually. I think probably
you are inside the snake pit. Be like, why is this in Braille?
Yeah, snake pit. What? This is inconvenient as shit. How am I supposed to know this?
Why don't you have guards? I walked in.
That'd probably be a Pat McClellan kind of deal. He'd throw you in Snake City. That seems like something he'd do.
Ah, that evil bastard.
I'd never go back to Snake City. Don't go back to Snake City. If he offers you anything for Snake City, don't go there. It's dangerous.
Do not touch this. Yeah,
I think that's probably the scariest thing you could read in Braille.
Do not touch. Well, see, that's what makes it scary. It's not this. It's danger. Do not touch. Like,
Danger.
Danger from what? And you have no way to defend yourself other than just swinging your stick back and forth.
Yeah.
And
just running the opposite way.
And then, is it because you're in a lion pit? Then you hit a lion, it's going to get angry.
Not great. Yeah, lions wouldn't be loving that. I think danger, do not touch is probably the scariest thing you can read.
Dude, it's about.
If you guys have any other ideas, at PassGreatPod, let us know. Good question, Brett.
Seriously, let us know what would be scary to read in Braille. I want to hear some responses on this one.
This is actually a very...
And let us know what it's in reference to, because if you just tell me, like if you just tweet it...
Actually, tweet it to us in Braille. And by Braille, I mean just send us dots, like lots of periods, and find a way to like make a bunch. Just like, we'll figure it out. You guys get it. And then we'll reply back with just a bunch of like random periods in random places, and you'll be like, oh, okay. Obviously, we get this. This is actually a very topical question, despite him not knowing what we were about to talk about. Josh Tree Caudle, shout out to him, at Joshua Tree 713. He says, use tampons. Tea bags for vampires?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think they'd drink blood tea, would they?
Why not?
I think vampires could probably still just drink regular tea.
They could, but like that would be a good one for that. You know what? It's for vampires on a detox.
Okay, like healthy vampire guy.
Because if you bite into my neck, you might still get some fat deposits.
Perhaps he's on a vampire
something.
weekend. I hope a couple of you guys get that.
What is the juice? You know what? It's a juice cleanse for vampires.
Yeah.
It's gross.
That sounds really gross.
It's super gross, but that's what it is.
We've had a fucking vampire on the podcast, but he wasn't a blood vampire. He was an energy vampire, which, like, let's be real, guys, not a real thing. But still, like, Vodalok was pretty sold on the fact that he was a vampire, so we were going to humor him. If you want to go check that out, Curtis and I did that in the very early stages of Pass the Gravy, where we saw a true life, I am a vampire or whatever it is. I was like, there's no way this is a real thing. And Curtis wouldn't get the guys in Austin that were on the MTV documentary, so I just found somebody on Reddit. And it was a hell of an interview. And we are not great at the podcast by this point. But like, we're not great now. But like, Curtis and I were in the very early stages of Pass the Gravy. So like, our interviewing skills were very weak. And there's a lot of just weird, awkward pauses where we were just trying not to laugh at the answers the guy gave us. And like, he'd be like, oh, well, you know, I'm an energy vampire. So like, you know that feeling when you walk into a room full of people and just the energy just gets sucked out. And it was just like a pause, like,
yeah, that's just because nobody likes
it. It was like an 8 or 10 second pause, and Curtis is like, "Okay."
That's because nobody likes you.
It was just like, oh my god, and we were texting each other the whole time.
Out of a room when you walk in, it's because you suck.
So yeah, he wasn't like maybe we'll get a blood vampire if that's still really a thing. But use tampons. I just don't feel like vampires are gonna go tampons first. You know. Like they gotta get other ways, but like use tampons definitely would like that's a more affordable route. I guess cheap vampires.
I mean, I feel like that would be the best for tea, though. That is like that. No, I like you're overthinking. Like, what else would they do? No, that's their only option.
Okay, yeah,
for tea.
we'll just go. Use tampons or tea bags for vampires.
100%. 100%. I don't know. Like,
That's
I
so
don't know
gross.
if you found that on the internet. If you just came up with that, but if you came
Well
up with
done,
that,
Josh.
well fucking done.
Well
sir.
done, buddy. Our next question comes from our girl Danielle Weston at Danny_Weston, and she says, "Did we try exploding other foods to see if it makes them better, or did we just stop at corn?"
See, that's what.
Very good point.
No, it's a flawed question because we don't explode the corn. We heat it, and it explodes itself. Now we've heated lots of foods over time. That one just happens to explode. Have we tried heating up other seeds? Like, have we tried heating sunflower seeds to see if they pop into kernels?
Holy shit, that's a great idea for YouTube content.
You know what? Hey, we're getting to that season. Pumpkin seeds. Can you microwave them and they turn into
like they have the
pumpkin
Will
corn?
It Blend on YouTube. All right, this is a verbal trademark. Pastor Gravy said it first. Verbal trademark right now. But Will It Pop? And we'll just put things in the microwave and see if they pop.
Yeah.
But we
That's
won't
what
use
it
my
is.
microwave. We'll use somebody else's.
Yeah, we're not exploding things. I mean, shit. We have a lot of videos online of people exploding pumpkins and watermelons and stuff like that. It's just it's the heating that causes it to explode. That's what it is. And we have heated most foods.
That's very true. But about seeds, though, is really what we're focused on.
Now we need to try watermelon seeds.
Oh, water pop or popper melon. Popper melon.
Popper melon, yeah. Because it wouldn't be pop watermelon. That's just too much. Popper melon. Pop pumpkin.
Yeah, that'd be tight.
Popkin.
That'd be popkin. Yeah, I like that.
Pop squash. Does squash have seeds?
Poppy seedkin.
Pop tomato.
Poppy seed corn. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. We're running out of things here.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that we definitely have tried exploding other foods or heating up other foods, as Pat would say. But I don't know. I don't think we just stopped at corn. But I think
I don't
corn,
know if we've tried any other kernels.
corn was the
I'm sure
most
we have.
efficient. I feel like.
Maybe it's probably just the only one that
Did we
gave
put
us the
Colonel
desired
Sanders in a microwave?
No.
We should have put Colonel Sanders in a microwave
No.
and seen how that went.
I mean,
It's just popcorn chicken. Yep. Yeah, we did. Done.
there we go.
And problem solved. Super easy right there. It was right in front of our face. Fernando Ramon at Only Big Fern. Second time weighing in on this podcast. He did the WWJD earlier, but he says, who would win in a fight between Ronald McDonald and Wendy, a.k.a. a battle of the redheads?
Well,
Depending on if Ronald McDonald is a gentleman, it would probably be Wendy
he's not.
because
he's a grown man who's a clown. So initially I popped in and I go, no, he's going to win because he's a clown and clowns are psychopaths. But also, here's the thing. Does Wendy have her friends? Because he might...
If she has her Twitter friends, because they are mean.
But I mean, their Twitter account is just funny. But if she has friends now, he might kill her. But 20 years later, her friends might come back and find a way to defeat him, like in It.
Exactly like in It.
No. I think if it's a straight up fight between the two of them,
Ronnie's got it.
Ronnie's
got it.
Ronnie's got that.
I mean, she's got pigtails, very easy to grab. It seems like she's got a lot of flaws.
He's a grown man and she's a girl. It's just a little girl.
And he's a tall dude. He's very tall.
He's got the reach advantage.
And
now,
those shoes, they're clown shoes. Like, so he could get you anywhere.
I mean, are we going tail of the tape on this? Ronald McDonald, what are we going to say? 6'4"?
Yeah, he's 6'4"
We'll
at least.
say $150, $165, somewhere in that range.
165. Let's go 165, 6'4", 165.
His reach, I'm going to say.
And are we going 6'4" with or without the afro? Because he's kind of got that like red afro.
Oh, with the afro, he's probably 6'7".
Yeah.
Now, and his reach is probably, we're going to go about 80 inches.
But you have to do the reach in burgers.
14
Big Macs.
Yeah, 14 Big Macs. Now, Wendy, these
have to be in Baconators.
4'6".
Let's go 5. We're gonna go. She's 5 feet. We'll get 5 feet.
5 feet. 86 pounds.
Yeah.
Maybe. I'm gonna go 75 pounds.
I'm gonna go.
75 pounds. She's a young girl.
Like 90-ish.
I don't know.
She's been beefing up.
I don't
She's
know.
eating a lot of Baconators.
But she wasn't beefy though.
It's the
ever
Big
seen the
Bacon
thing?
Classic.
She's not beefy, and
We only see the front of the top.
and
up,
her
though.
reach.
Not as good as Ronnie's.
9 square burgers.
Yeah.
So he's got the reach. Also, if this is MMA, he's got big feet. That's a wider surface to kick with.
He's gonna roundhouse you.
I mean, I would like to say, like most women, she would put her hair into cornrows for the thing, but she's
She's
got
traditionally
the
pigtail girl.
Pigtail, so that's something you can grab onto
For the brand,
Because
yeah.
I mean, this is a fight.
And if they're
You
fighting
can
dirty,
grab it. I mean,
And Ronnie looks like he
reach
fights
out,
dirty.
Grab a pigtail, and then just hit her with jabs. So Ronnie's got this.
I think Ronnie would win too. Robert, what about you? You team Ronnie on this one?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're all in agreement on that one. Very good question, Fernando, and thank you, bro, for
We just
writing
broke
in
down
twice.
A fight between a grown
I know.
man and a woman.
I thought
And
that
a
was
little
funny.
girl.
So yeah, that was it. That was our final answers question, guys. So thank you guys for tuning in. I hope that we didn't ramble too much, but let us know what the scariest thing that you think you could read in Braille is, because that would be.
Please let us know.
But
I
only
know
in
we asked you
dots.
guys.
Only with dots.
And let us know.
And we will only read it on our phone with our fingers.
In response to the Braille question.
In
'Cause
response
if
to
you
the Braille
just
question.
write
Dot,
it,
dot,
I got
dot, dot, dot,
a
dot,
dumb
dot.
brain. I'm going to forget this in 9
Exactly. But hey, we love you guys. Please give us a 5-star review on iTunes or wherever you're listening to us. Make sure you're subscribed already. Go like our Twitter at
Maybe
Pass the Gravy
hashtag
Pod.
Braille it. Let's get this to explode.
Hashtag Braille it. Hashtag Gravy Gang. At Pass the Gravy Pod. I'm at Alex J. Middleton. Pat's at Not Pat Dion. Robert is at Robert Barbosa 03. Go like us on Facebook, Pass the Gravy Podcast. Be sure to check out Pass the Gravy Bro with me and Emma. Usually tonight it's going to be me and Daniel Tom Chesson of the Weekly D Podcast at Pass the Gravy Bro on Twitter, and like them at Pass the Gravy Bro on Facebook as well. Anything else, you guys? Nothing? All right. Hey, you guys have a great rest of your week, and we love you guys. Share us with a friend, and make sure you pass the gravy, yeah. Bitches!
I'm gonna take my horse to the old town